Yes, men are happy being single. They are. They're definitely enjoying it more than they used to before. And cause I see it, it's gotten harder to date, lately. Men are very satisfied in their lives without women. They are. They're working a lot, either working a lot, or if they're not working, then, they'll hang out with their friends, with their family, with their kids. Well, with their kids, it's a given. But yeah, they're happy being, if they're not married, they're happy being, bachelors and having their own space and not having to commit to anyone. So yeah, this wasn't the case before, but this is what it is now.
Impossible. Unbelievable. It's actually happening. Queens out there are actually realizing that men can be happy alone. This girl has said it a bunch of times. Women end up lonely and men end up alone. There's a difference. I never thought the day would come where Queens would start making TikToks actually admitting to the reality that men can be happy on their own. Men are choosing their mental sanity over dried up beat up roast beef with a side of baggage and a topping of Chad/Tyrone's kids. Yes, ladies, this has been happening for a while. You're just catching on now. And I wish this girl could say that it pains me to see you ladies realize this, but no, it doesn't. This has been a long time coming. All these sisters out there had to stop this shaming tactic and this, oh, he's not coming after me because he's intimidated crap, and accept the realization of he's just not into you. He doesn't need you. I wonder what the queen in this video is going to do when she discovers that there is such a thing as passport bros. Well, as best as this gorilla can figure out, she was probably holding back the tears now, realizing that men didn't need her. And if you tell her that men are leaving the country to find younger, more submissive women in other places, she'd have a total crash out. Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos, and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Moving on!
This is true for women too right now, I think. I feel like because of where we're at as a society, everyone is feeling more peaceful at home than in a relationship, and everyone is focused on their own growth and stuff, which nothing wrong with that. I'm like, maybe we'll all just be growing separately for the next few years and then we'll all start dating again. I'm not sure, but I've heard both men and women saying this a lot, that they're just prioritizing themselves and not dating, which maybe that's good. I mean, there's a lot of growth in relationships, but there's also so much growth that you can do on your own and, make yourself like a better partner and everything, or just be a whole person on your own. That's the best.
Show of hands for everybody who knew. Bingo.
All right, for those of you who can't read that little comment there, let me read it out for you. It says, most men will be single rather than judged in his own home. And now this recently post-wall smashing Colleen here says that this is true for women as well. Do tell, honey, because this girl understands that most women have a home because they took it from a man in their divorce. So, yeah, they'd rather not be judged inside their own home because they're going to be judged on their actions of taking the home from the man who worked themselves half to death to get it. And she says that she's heard both men and women saying this a lot. Correction there, queen. Don't come with that crap. Don't try to even it out. No, it's men who are telling women, no, I'm not going to date you. I'm not going to go out. I'm choosing me. I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to stay in my house. And you queens out there, the sisterhood is finally getting a clue that men are choosing to be alone, especially in 2025. This is just the tip of the iceberg of loneliness, queen. You better adapt to this quick, chop chop, because as predictions are set, by 2030, I think about 45% of all women are going to be single, i.e. men have gone their own way, and they're saying, nah, son, I'm choosing my mental health. You can keep all that jazz. I'm not coming back. And don't get it twisted there, sister. Just because a guy will come around on a slow Tuesday to give you a tour of Pound Town doesn't mean he wants to stick around for the long term. He's not going to see you as Mrs. Right. He'll just see you as Miss Right now. Moving on.
So I talk about what happens when women stay in marriages because of the saying for better or for worse. And men immediately say, A, well, you're to blame. You shouldn't have chose that partner. Okay? Not, that was a horrible man and he treated you poorly. Okay, we can't accept that a man would ever treat a woman poorly. God forbid, no, it's her fault for choosing him. And I get this is why men will be single. We're choosing to be single. So you are choosing, instead of treating your partner with respect, instead of learning how to not abandon your partner and your partner's needs, and instead of deciding that you will no longer devalue your partner, you would rather be single. That is what you're saying. You are showcasing men's lack of ability to grow as human beings by very specifically saying, we would rather be single than have to learn how to be better partners. We want the ability as men to be able to devalue you as a human being, so much so that you abandon yourself in order to satisfy my needs, because my needs as your partner are way more important than yours. I would rather stay single as a man than pay attention to my partner and love her and care for her and respect her. I would rather stay single as a man than not have the ability to abuse her, because again, she needs to do everything for me. That is what you are saying when you are saying you would rather be single, in context with women saying, we need to have you, like, we want value. We are valuable human beings and you need to treat us as such. That is talking negatively to your male partners, your male friends, your male whatever. You are negatively talking to other men. You are insulting other men. And you think it's an insult to women.
Le who? The her.
All right, to address your first part of when men always say to women, you chose this partner, here's a key observation. At no point did she debunk that. At no point did she say, yeah, well, that's true. She just came up with a fallacy right there. Oh, well, no one ever says it's bad for men to mistreat women. Excuse me, but I have yet to see any of the manosphere channels out there to say, go out there and abuse women. No, they don't say that. And when men tell women, hey, you chose that guy, that is absolutely true. Okay, listen, queens, I understand that all of you are confused because this is going to require a lot of logical thinking here, and I know you want to run to the emotions, but no. Stay on the logical side here with me, sister. I promise you, this girl is going to get you through. You got to see it from reality, not your fifis. So the same applies both ways. If a man ignores all the red flags and marries a woman and has kids with a woman, and then she later destroys him, takes him to family court, takes half his stuff, plus gets alimony payout with a child support bonus, you know what men say? Hey, nobody put a gun to my head. I'm the one who proposed to that woman. I put myself in that situation. So if a man can take accountability that way, they're just telling you the exact same thing. Take accountability on the man you chose. You didn't go for Mr. Average out there because you felt that you deserved Chad/Tyrone with the criminal record for DV and SA, which makes him hot. And all of a sudden, oh, I can't believe you're not taking my side of the victimhood. Sorry, sister. And then moving into the rest of the crap that she says, oh, well, you men, rather than treating your partner good and attending her needs, you'd rather be single. Sister, the short answer is yes. The long answer is, again, yes. Men are just simply saying, I'm going to choose me. I don't want to be locked down. I don't want to provide for you. I'm just going to provide for myself. Go ahead. Lay that shaming language on thick. It's not going to work. It's not working. You're noticing that in 2025, men are choosing to be alone. Your own words. Maybe, just maybe the reason they're choosing to be alone is, I don't know, women like you are not pleasant to be around. Have you thought about that? Instead of going with your usual shaming tactics that have like a 0.1% chance of actually working? And all that jabber-jawing that you did at the end. Here, let me sum this up for you. You know what men are saying? Instead of men all saying all that crap that you think they're saying, no, what men are actually saying is, we as men have the right to be single and not have to put up with this crap. We don't want to be locked down. We don't want to submit to women who just nag us and just want to control our lives. That's what men are saying. Get that through your head. And the irony of this queen saying, you men want to force your partners to abandon their needs because yours are more important. Isn't that exactly what you're doing right here, Queen? You're trying to get men to abandon themselves to prioritize you. And they're not going to do it. Or at least the ones who are blue pill beta simps are not going to do it. Sister, just say it. You're not attracted to the simps out there, the ones that will do everything you're asking for, and you're just using this to try to shame the men that you are attracted to become simps, and they're refusing to do it. Don't think of it as men trying to treat women badly. Just think of it as men giving women the freedom they want. As in, you're free of anything negative that these men can bring, along with being free of dipping your hands into their resources. You got your independence now, Queen. You're stunning and brave. Go out there and slay, Queen. Moving on.
Dating in 2025. Oh my goodness. Like, it's so hard. It's so hard. So I dated guys from different ranges, from 30s to the 40s, and it's just been such a challenge. I have found that not everybody's upfront about their situations. Do they have girlfriends or wives or situationships? And you know, that is challenging within itself. Or you think you have like a very interesting connection, and you know, the fact that you have kids, for some of the men, you know, they that's not something that they're interested in, right? Because they do not want to take on the responsibility, or so they think, of being a stepdad. When in reality, for some single moms like myself, single mom, I have a co-parenting relationship with my ex-husband, which I'm very blessed, because I know not everybody has that situation available to them. But we have an excellent co-parent relationship today. Wasn't always that way, but we've worked hard at it, and we have, you know, again, a good thing in terms of being available to our kids. So not every single mom is looking for a stepdad, more like an uncle, you know, someone that our children can see their mom being respected and treated well by a man, and obviously treating the kids with respect and care. So not all single moms are looking for a stepdad. Just saying.
Oh, dang. Being a single mom in 2025 is rough, isn't it? Not all single moms want a stepdad, more like an uncle. Correction there, Queen. Why don't you say the truth? 90% plus of all single moms are looking for help. They look at a man, they're not saying, oh, I could love him, I could respect him. This is the man I want to spend the rest of my life with. This is the man I'm going to treat as my equal. This is the man that is going to come in and make my dreams come true. Hell no, you queens don't see that. Like you said, your ex-husband, you destroyed a man once, you broke up his family for XY reason, and now you're out there looking for help. You want a sucker to come in and pay the bill for somebody else's kids. I want an uncle, I want this and that. That is an awesome way of saying that you want to give him all the responsibility of raising the kids with zero authority. You said you've dated men in your 30s and your 40s? Oh, so basically, since you're post-wall smashing and you have some rugrats out there with obviously plenty of baggage, your options have dwindled, and these 30 to 40-year-olds just aren't stepping up. Gee, I wonder what these guys are thinking. Let me see. I could date this single mom, crack whatever's left of cracking in that taco, if it's not roast beef already, and just say deuces when I'm done. You see, sweetie, the problem is men in 2025 can stay alone and still date women like you, because for every single mom that says, no, I'm not going to date this guy, there's at least 2 other single moms saying, help, please. Yes, I'll date you. I just need help. I'm drowning in the situation I got myself into. Now, Queen, I understand. This gorilla actually sounds very cruel in the things that he's saying, because he's not showing any sympathy, any empathy. But all I can say is, I show the exact same sympathy and empathy to a single mom who broke up her family as I would show to a guy who got himself in the situation where you could take him to family court and take half his stuff plus alimony payments, i.e., a guy got married with no prenup and decided to follow his ever so grand blue-pilled heart and trust in love. See where that got him? Yeah, I kind of feel the same way for single moms out there who are still dating, looking for an uncle to come in and help.
Surprise, surprise, surprise!
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.